It was announced last month that Indiana will trim the number of people who now qualify for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, commonly known as food stamps. In Indiana, nearly 876,000 people are enrolled in the food stamp program. Talk about it. We have Arleen Peterson, who is the executive director of the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana. Arleen, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here, Steve.
So this benefit was expanded back during the recession. Now the Governor Mike Pence, is looking at making a change. They're trimming the number of people who are on it. Who is this going to affect?
Well, it's truly going to affect those able-bodied working adults. So any adult that I think it's over the age of 50, if they don't have dependents at home, they haven't been declared medically or physically unable to work, it's going to have an effect in terms of their benefits. What they're putting in place is a lot of fair programs or work programs to help these individuals that at least if you're an able-bodied adult and that you don't have dependents, you can go out and at least be working 20 hours a week.
That's the hope. That's what the governor is hoping will happen. You deal with people who are at this end of the food spectrum all the time, people who are going to the food pantry because they don't have enough to eat. Do you see this being a smooth transition?
You know, I truly wonder, and that's one of the things with us as the food bank and our statewide organization, Feeding Indiana's Hungry, called FISH. We're really wanting to know more details of how can we support and ensure that those individuals that are going through that transition, what can we do as part of the food bank in terms of the supplemental food that we need to make sure that is available to help those individuals who may not have those SNAP benefits anymore. And again, preparing our pantry and our pantry network, ensuring that they know there may be an increase of clients coming to your particular pantry or soup kitchen, and what are some ways that not only helping them to feed those folks that are in the line, what are some other resources out there that we can ensure that we're collaborating with and directing out those individuals to those resources.
So you imagine that, and we don't really have numbers at this point, how many people are going to be impacted, and they haven't really designed the final rules for all of this yet, but you're imagining you're going to see an increase in people coming to the food banks. Yeah,
definitely. We know that we're going to see an increase. I think we saw it the last year when they had a small cut in some of the benefits that were out there. We would get the calls that say, where's the nearest pantry near me? Just got the notification that my benefits got cut. You absolutely will have those individuals that, again, they start to make those choices. They're making those choices and those hard choices on a day-to-day basis.
I was looking over this benefit, and it seems like what it really boils down to is about a little under $30 a week. So this would be about $4.24 a meal. I mean, how easy is it to survive on food stamps right now?
It's pretty hard. We find that toward the end of the month or toward the end of when someone benefits are running out, that's when they're really trying to stretch their food. They're making different options in terms of maybe I won't get fresh fruits and vegetables and I'm going to buy something different. Maybe it's something very processed, something that's maybe not as healthy. We want to be able to let people make more healthy choices with the benefits that they have and to be able to stretch those benefits out. So a lot of that is teaching people how to spend, how to cook certain foods, but we really want to try to support those kind of efforts for those clients.
So how prepared are you for this? Can you handle an influx of people who will no longer qualify for SNAP?
I definitely think we can. We know it'll be a stretch. One of our biggest challenges, I think that really facing being a part of the executive director of the food bank for probably a little bit over a year and a half now is that our current facility right now, we really have outgrown it. We definitely need more freezer and more cooler space in order to accommodate those fresh fruits and vegetables and even accommodating more meat. And so for us, we know we're stretched, but we also have this great incredible network of partner agencies who are out there on a day-to-day basis making sure that food is getting out. We were lucky.
So right now food is coming in, though?
Yeah.
You have enough?
Yes. Yeah, it is coming in. We could, like I say, we could definitely probably take more in, but a lot of it is being able to ensure that we can get it distributed out as soon as we possibly can.
Is this a myth, or is this the busiest time of year for food pantries?
Oh, definitely. It is that Thanksgiving holiday time, that spirit of giving time, where there is such an influx in terms of not only folks needing more support and help, but also in terms of the donation and in gifts and food donations that we get. And so we're excited. We have probably right now more than 30 food drives going on throughout the community of Lake and Porter County that are going to help us through those holiday times.
Okay, so it's a matter of people are out there, they're generous, they're donating these food pantries, but the problem is you don't have a place to put all this food once they get there.
Yeah. Our place is small, and we're able to turn it over a lot quicker. I think what happens is we maybe push a lot of food out to our pantries, and they kind of get it to a point where they're like, oh, if we could do more, our pantries could do more. If we had more space to do that, we would absolutely be able to do that.
This is a benefit, the SNAP benefit, that was expanded right during the recession. Have you seen a real change in who is coming to your food pantries since the recession? Has the face of hunger changed a lot?
I think it's not so much change, but it is what that face looks like. It really is. It could be your neighbor. It could be a coworker. It could be a family, a friend. That truly is what that face of hunger looks like. Again, there are a lot of people who are working. They're probably making minimum wage, so they're kind of barely getting by. Those individuals working on a day-to-day basis, but again, they are making choices. Do I put gas in my car? I know I have to pay my utility bills. I now have medicine that I may need to buy because of some sickness or illness. All those variety of things in life that happen sometimes can change the course on whether or not a person is able to provide food for themselves or are really struggling.
Governor Mike Pence talked about ennobling people by trimming the rolls, how many people receive food stamps. Do you get a sense at your end of the spectrum, are there a lot of people out there that just simply aren't looking for work because they have just enough to get by? Do you see that as...
No, I definitely don't see that. I think folks are absolutely wanting to get stable employment. They're wanting to be able to provide for their entire families, but it's being able to find those kind of opportunities in our community.
It seems in many ways the problem could be we talk about food deserts a lot. We don't have enough food in the community, but sometimes there are employment deserts. People can't get to the jobs. So, do you feel you're prepared for this once it does come down?
I definitely think we're prepared. We're prepared because I think we have an incredible group of donors and funders who support us, from our Strachan Van Tills to NIPSCO to the Times to the Northwest Indiana McDonald owner-operators. Those are just key funders and supporters that are constantly making sure that we as a food bank have what we need in order to provide food out to the community.
All right. Well, that's where we're going to leave it. Arleen Peterson, Executive Director of the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.